Okay, so I added the about a ml of that ice cold alcohol, and so what I'm starting to notice is it's kind of hard to see, but there is a little bit of a white material. Let's see if I can point to it. Like right at the interface of where that alcohol and that salt water met, there's a bit of like a white stringy material floating right there. That's actually going to be my DNA. So our next step, because we've let it sit for about 3 minutes now, is to check that your DNA is visible at the interface of the alcohol/salt solution. Some DNA may appear as stringy material, grayish white in color. Cap the tube and gently flick the tube several times with your fingers, or you can invert it. I'm just going to flick it. So that's going to like disperse that DNA out a little bit more. I really don't have a bunch of material. We'll have more since we're going to have fresh protease, and we're going to switch our mouths like 2 or 3 times, centrifuge. So we'll have a better amount of sample when we come together next week. So I'm going to do that flicking thing. So might be hard to see, but I've got a little string in there. That's my DNA floating around. So next, what it calls for in the procedure is to transfer a small amount of this DNA to the genes in the tube necklace. So this is the necklace. Had to be a little creative with the ties. So I'm going to uncap this. Take a little bit of that unstained DNA for that alcohol and salts. Water just starts to mix, barely starts to mix. So take a little bit of that stringiness out. Okay. Got a little bit of that unstained DNA in there. And next, it wants me to use a small, well, okay, so we're going to stain the remaining solution over there, that bit of DNA that's still left, using a microtipped transfer pipette, so just one of these itty bitty skinny pipettes. I'm going to do a very, very small drop of this flash blue stain solution. And it's going to stain that layer between the alcohol and the salt solution. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that and put that in my necklace, the necklace holder. So I will have stained and unstained DNA in my necklace. After that, I'm going to close that up, and I'm going to freeze the remaining bits of this, and we'll see what it looks like in a few days. So I'll show you all the finished product here in a minute.